Creaking skull, creaking skull, creaking skull. No, when I said clean my computer, I mean like physically clean it. Because it's been a while. I bought a 8 gigs of DDR3 RAM, because that's what my computer takes. It was like 20 bucks, so I was like, yeah, sure, I'll double my RAM capacity. And so I open it up. I was like, you know what, this is kind of dusty, I haven't cleaned it in a bit. Start disassembling stuff. When's the new build? When graphics cards stop being fucking $1,000. This is just kind of a stopgap because I saw 8 gigs of RAM for 20 bucks, so I was like, yeah, sure. But, as it turns out, I have a Cooler Master 212 Hyper, which has a big fan that kind of goes over where the RAM slots would be, so I guess when I built the computer, I just decided, you know what, I'm not using all my RAM slots. Yeah, sure, that can cover it. So I disconnect that to move it over to the other side, and then I think when I was putting the RAM in, first of all, it's a nightmare to get all the clips off, because you either have to remove it from the motherboard completely, which that type of cooler, the screws are on the other side of the motherboard, so you basically have to take the entire thing out. Thankfully, I just had to remove the fan itself and not the actual heatsink. So I was able to get the fan off, but then I guess the RAM didn't quite go in all the way, so I plug everything back in, you know, get all my UPS set back up, and then my computer's just turning on and then immediately turning back off. You know, powers on for 2 seconds, then powers off. Powers on for 2 seconds, powers back off. So I was like, man, I really shouldn't have done this before I started streaming, huh? I probably should have saved this until after I did that. But I wanted my new RAM now. Eventually I found out I, you know, unplug everything again a second time. Do all that stuff, start cleaning it out again, make sure I didn't get any, like, weird... Make sure I didn't lose any screws in, like, a fan or something that was stopping it from powering on, although I would definitely hear that. And then it turns out it was just, one of the RAM sticks. One of the clips, like, they went in, but it didn't actually go in all the way, so I just had to push really, really hard to make sure it went in the slot. Anyways, that's my story on why you shouldn't be trying to install stuff in your computer and cleaning it out right before you stream. Well, on the plus side, I got 16 gigs of RAM now, wow. I'm finally running a machine from 2015. It's incredible, instead of a machine from 2012. Yeah, I should have just downloaded RAM. I was a fool. Anyways. If my stream suddenly dies out of nowhere, it's probably because my computer finally exploded. Hopefully it will not come to that, but just as a heads up, just so you know. And it did not capture my Skittlesoma. Fantastic. It's like 50-50 whether or not it captures it. There we go. Play Tsukihime. Alright. Okay, get my chat window. Actually, you know what? Before I start, I should probably open the Monster Finder just in case. Because, I'm historically quite bad. Problem is now, like, even if you just want to run your browser and stuff, like, even just basic browsers running Twitch or whatever, it'll eat, like, 2 gigs of RAM, 3 gigs of RAM now. Everything's so RAM hungry. Alright. Let's do some Aria Rando. Oh no, my controller's not plugged. Come on. Please. Did I turn off that bank on my power? No. Okay, hold up. We're having a day today. There's no reason my controller shouldn't work. Why is the game capture so big? What is going on today? Jeez. We're having a day today, gamers. Ule. Why is this so narrow? What is going on? Oh, you know what? I'm using a different version of MU Hawk. It doesn't have my settings, that's why. I'm a little worried about the fact that my controller isn't registering. Not the USB thing, it works. Like, my USB plug definitely works, they're all powered on. Yeah, I see the light on my controller, let's see if it works. I don't know why it's capturing my cursor. What is... today is... Okay. Okay, we have a controller. It's working. Hallelujah. I just gotta fix the size. That's not a problem. That's easy. Ooh-wee. Okay, cursed day today. Yeah, I might have to milk my computer a little bit. Give it a little calcium for its bones. Oh, nightmare. Okay. At least the global hotkeys for my live split work. That's one thing. So how are you all doing? How are all your computers doing today? Not blowing up, I hope? Cool, cool. Glad we had this talk. Now that I'm free of Void Stranger, I get to play other video games now. Got a new one just last month? That's a good idea. I should do the same. What is that? Map? Ooh. I'll take a nice little Kudetsuna, though. Sure it works, you wouldn't mind a little computer explosion. Okay, but, like, personal computers, though. Yeah, Tomb Dude, you gotta play Void Stranger. Everybody gotta play Void Stranger. Play Void Stranger, it's such a fucking good game. Switched OS, still figuring out all the kinks. You going from like Windows 10 to 11, or like a different type of Linux to a different type of Linux? Laptop keyboard continues to fall apart. Hell yeah. Laptop keyboards suck because they're way more expensive to replace. I think one of my keycaps, like, I think the little housing is chipped, so I have to be careful not to press it too hard, otherwise I gotta super glue it. All that for an uncurse. Well. I very briefly used Ubuntu, which, like, oh man, this guy uses Ubuntu, watch out, he's a power user. But shut up. On my tiny little computer box for testing, I was using Python. Oh yeah, how's the Gimmico progress going? I've been keeping an eye on that. Looks good. Freaking skull. For people who aren't aware, Tomb Dude in chat, the creator of Undertale 2, the official sequel to Undertale, is making another game called Gimmico. And it looks really neat. I don't know why I'm saving here, I really don't need to. Skull. Is that a rare ring? Yeah. Adding new features to dice building? Hell yeah. Yeah, looking forward to it. Anybody who makes Undertale 2 is cool in my book, so definitely go check out Tomb Dude stuff. You're just Tomb Dude on Twitter? Or is it... I think it's Tomb Dude, right? On Twitter as well? Oh, little base lord. And if you haven't played Undertale 2 already, good news. You can play Undertale 2 for the first time. It's completely free, and it's the official sequel to Undertale. Deltarune is not an Undertale sequel. Undertale 2 is an Undertale sequel. When it's done hooking up the copy, hell yeah, I'll gladly stream it. To show it off. Undertale 2, it's Undertale! You ain't seen nothing yet. Any plans for Halloween? Not like stream-wise. The past, like, year and a half has been pretty chaotic, so there aren't really a whole lot of plans for, like, Halloween or stream stuff, really. Gotta go from this side, because I don't even have double jump or anything yet. Over here? Oh, that was just a coin. I didn't even have to get that. My backlog is going to be pretty big, though. Between Disgaea 7, between Monu, like, I played some more Infinity Strash. It's not a bad game, it's just, apparently it's going to be real short. It's not like a super long game. Like, it's a nice little chill game, I just wouldn't pay $80 for it. And then I got Shin Megami Tensei 5, I got that for like $50 off, so I was like, yeah, sure, I'll pick that up. Many games to play. David Sirlin couldn't make on any Undertale. Never get into the grinding needed. I mean, a lot of it is like kind of... You optimize your grind so you don't have to grind as much. Because, like, yeah, you could just sit in Cave of Ordeals for, you know, 2 hours and level up that way, or whatever the equivalent is in Disgaea 7. But, there's, like, ways to increase the experience you get, so you kind of have, like, you have goals to just improve your grinding, so you don't have to do that. Ooh. Of course, a lot of it is how much you kind of want to engage with that stuff. Because there's no real point in playing Disgaea if you're not a fan of, like, all the customization stuff. If you just want to play a quick little tactics RPG, you can be done with the campaign in a pretty short time. As everybody knows, Disgaea games are... the campaigns are tutorials for the post-game. No, Rod Serling, God, no. Rod Serling's Chest 3. I'm still a little mad that they kind of... They hustled Yomi Hustle because David Sirlin's fucking Yomi. They're gonna infringe on my Yomi brand. Everybody knows Yomi, the Japanese word for the art of reading the mind. It's really not. Yomi is just the Japanese word for reading, not reading the mind. God, I gotta find that video again. The one of Sirlin, like, attending a lecture or something by a StarCraft player. And he just jumps in with Yomi, the Japanese word for the art of reading the mind. And then the speaker kind of laughs, is like, okay. And then he's like, yeah, I wrote a book on it. No, Yomi is the horse that Mario rides. Yomi! Actually, I don't want to keep the cloak. I'll keep the rare ring. I'm excited though. This weekend is Canadian Thanksgiving. I'm gonna eat a ton of food and then I'm probably gonna fall asleep. Monday I'm not gonna be streaming because I'm gonna be doing Thanksgiving stuff that day. We get Thanksgiving Monday. Any more max? What do you mean by max randomizer? No, you're thinking of Yomu. Yomi is the one card in Puzzle and Dragons that gives you like 10 extra seconds of movement time. Made famous in, God, what's his name? I can't remember the dude's name. The guy who shitposted in all the Puzzle and Dragon website comments before they shut down. I can't remember the name and it's killing me. Wrong in a sphere. Randomizes everything, sprite stats, room destinate. I don't really like room randomizers too much. It feels a little too... Oh, okay. It's a little too chaotic for my taste. Like, I know they have entrance randomizers for stuff like, you know, Link to the Past, Metroid, but it's not really my thing. I did play the DS randomizer, which kind of just assembles its own map. That was kind of neat. For the DS-Vanias, but I don't like the DS-Vanias as much as Aria. Stinky hand, I can't even get it. Oh yeah, most of the randomizers, they let you pick like what you modify. But yeah, generally I don't go for entrance randomizers. Yomi Bear, hey boo boo! Don't use that 15 frame overhead, I'm gonna stop it every time! Hey boo boo, you're a fucking scrub! I gotta play more gear. They added like a new mechanic for Season 3, Wild Assault. Apparently it makes Kai kind of a corner wall break monster now. Because that was kind of his one thing, like he gets to wall break really easily and it also makes his neutral game a lot scarier because he can reset to neutral safely without having to spend bar. Whip Knuckle. Problem is, I just have not, like, touched gear in a bit. I haven't had a ton of time to, like, get good at fighting games. By Manticore. Hey, boo boo, you're gonna block this low. It's a standing low. Rapier. I'm so used to playing Reprise now that I'm thinking, oh man, a spear, that's cool, and then I realize, oh right, it doesn't break guard like it does in the other one. Rapier, cool. Love to get one for free. Hey boo boo, you keep talking shit, you're gonna end up on scrub quotes. That's really the only, like, Yogi Bear quote that I know is when he says, hey boo-boo, and then says something stupid. I didn't really watch a lot of Yogi Bear. Now, Yomi Bear. Oh, right, I can't even get that. Hopefully I get Malphus in this room? If I want to get Malphus in here, that'd be fantastic. Or Coffee, you know, Coffee's basically a Malphus. Okay. Honestly, I think I just gotta play more games on my Switch, because I have, like, a good backlog now, between SMT 5 and Monu. Just kind of relax in bed and play those or something. Not really a console gamer much these days. Yogi Bear was at least kind of original. Because from what I remember, it's basically like Scooby-Doo made all the money, so they just made like a billion different Scooby-Doo. Like 10 billion different variants on the Scooby-Doo formula. It's like, okay, it's a group of teenagers, and they got a talking, rolls dice, cat. And they solve well, I don't think it was all solving mysteries. Actually, I don't even have to do that. It's up there. Is that I think that's Satan Ring? Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's Satan's ring. I don't think it's really worth going for. And I know how fucked up that sounds. It's not worth going for Satan's ring. It's basically like Hanna-Barbera stuff. I remember the Jetsons, Yogi Bear, Flintstones. Was Alvin and the Chipmunks? Was that Hanna-Barbera? I don't think it was. Gold ring. I'd sell that for some cash. I don't know if Chipmunks is Hanna-Barbera, but yeah, like I couldn't tell you half the Hanna-Barbera properties because they were all like, they were things that I maybe saw on T-shirts and stuff, or osmosed through pop culture, but never actually sought out myself. Josie and the Pussycats, that was Hanna-Barbera. Oh yeah, Scooby-Doo. Yeah, obviously. Hanna-Barbera mostly had characters with a collar of some kind. Yeah, there were a billion Scooby-Doo clones because they made lots of money. Funky Phantom, that's I think you're getting firmly into the territory of people who just were like, oh yeah, Scooby-Doo, let's make some more of those. Oh yeah, I guess what's it called? I guess Wacky Races. I don't know what Speed Buggy is, but I think Wacky Races was Hanna-Barbera, right? Speed Buggy was Scooby-Doo with a talking oh god. Now you reminded me of Turbo Teen. Was that Hanna-Barbera? Turbo Teen and its nightmare transformation sequence. Oh, you think Revolutionary Girl Utina is the one that pioneered people turning into cars? Think again. Okay, you're probably Malphus. I was gonna say. If I don't have Malphus by this point, I'm in trouble. Turbo Team was ABC. You really could just make anything. Just pitch any idea as a cartoon and somebody would make it. Somebody would sell it. They'd give you money for it. Actually, let me get a quick health refill. I got reminded the other day of, like, Canadian cartoons, which were, kind of mixed. Oh, Super Potion. You know, we had some decent Canadian shows. We got, like... Actually, I don't remember if Cyber 6 was a Canadian... I think Cyber 6 was Canadian. We got shows like Cyber 6. They're pretty good. Then we also made Caillou. So, sorry for that. The problem with the raccoons is that I was born a little too late to really catch them on TV. Because by the time I, you know, kind of gained object permanence and was able to remember stuff I saw on TV, the raccoons was never airing. It was always kind of one of those shows that just was there in the periphery, but I never really interacted with it. But I still love that just everybody fucking hated Caillou. Like, not even kids hated it, even the adults hated it. It's not even like, oh yeah, it's a good show for kids, it's good for them. It's like, no. It teaches them to whine and cry until they get what they want. I think it finally got canceled a few years back. See, the problem with like Harvey Birdman, or I guess, was it just Birdman and Space Ghost? The problem with those shows is that I never had Cartoon Network, so I missed a lot of those. Oh, that's right, Angela Anaconda. Well, I don't know if we would call that a cartoon. Video games, that's right. Angela Anaconda, canonically the reason why that one kid's parents got divorced. Oh, man. Oh, the base... Gotcha, I missed the earlier message, sorry. I mean, it made sense. They had the properties, you might as well use them. I gotta watch the Digimon movie again, it's been a while. Doug. I remember watching Doug a lot, and I kind of enjoyed it, but it wasn't like a super interesting show. It was a show. Yeah, Caillou was the first Karen, no. Caillou, the problem with Caillou was that it's just everything resulted in him whining. And, like, parents hated that shit because it taught their kids. Like, it's not that you never want your kid to be sad about something, it's just that literally everything that went wrong. I think this shoots through walls? Hell yeah, it does. Ooh, Hippogriff. Explicitly evangelical dogs called Hoop Dogs? Which aired on the Armed Forces channel? Huh. I guess they know their audience. Angela Anaconda, it was a Canadian show. But it also, yeah, it aired on Fox Kids for a bit. It got pretty heavy cross-promotion with Digimon for some reason. That's right, you're allowed to ground your kids for 100 million billion years. You're allowed to do that. Oh boy, big old sack of cash.
Great! I knew that groove was in your heart. Oh man, are you ready for this?
Yo, Dubs, what's good? Playing some Aria randomizer. Ooh, Death Robe. This is my favorite randomizer. One of my favorite GBA games, and now it's a random. Well, it's been a randomizer for. God, when did this randomizer come out? I feel like this randomizer's been out for almost like 6 or 7 years now. Alright, let's sell these. We're not going to be using anything but Rune Ring. Yeah, welcome. Thank you for the raid. What can I even buy here? What's good to buy? Could buy a gun. Demon's Mail, not really worth the cash. We're talking about old cartoons. I'm going to start practicing it. Yo, hit me up. Hit me up if you want to practice, if you want to learn. I'll teach you. It's not nearly as committal as Mulan a randomizer, so you can definitely finish a single seed. At the very least. Alright, I still have a rock now. Oh, do they also do the Wind Waker rando? Dubs, I mean, you could roll your own avatar. You could draw the little Dubsman. What's the official term, like, for the species of your little guy, Dubs? Does it have a term? Or is it just, is it just it-me? They're tiny Skittles now? No, not interested. Yeah, that's the guy. Who's that little guy? Tell us the lore. Oh, Gravekeeper. It's a long-running gag that was a cash prize. Okay. So it's like when people try to guess what AML stands for. The correct answer is, whatever you guess it stands for, that's what it stands for. Yeah, welcome Edwin from the raid. I think they finally implemented something on Twitch where they actually pause pre-rolls now when somebody raids over, because you know, it kind of sucks to raid over to someone else. And then, oh, cool, we get to watch 30 seconds of ads now. We don't get to see the streamer's reaction. Just an I am this, cool. That's a dubs. Plural dubses. Ooh, lubricant. Oh, free demon mail. I can't actually get that. Damn. I don't suppose there's a slide in here, huh? Freaking skull. Yeah, I don't have any movement tools outside of, like, floating and hippogriff. Yoinkius, sploinkius. How did your arc go today, Dubs? Freaking skull. Holy crap, Lois. It's a freaking skull! I'm sorry that everybody who had to raid in has to listen to that now. You know what really grinds my gears? The freaking creaking skull. You know, copper plate. Burly men looking good, hell yeah. I was about to say burly dudes looking men, but I fucked that up in a different way. So for people who weren't here earlier, I was talking about how I had a bit of a nightmare scenario before starting stream, because I got some RAM for my computer. I still don't have like a new computer, but I figured, you know what? There's a kit of RAM, there's like 8 gigs of RAM for 20 bucks. Might as well double my capacity. Finally get off of 8 gigs, because literally everything is using all the RAM now. And that'll help at least stretch out a little longer how long I've been using this thing. But it turns out that you need to install the RAM correctly. And then also I was, you know, doing all the dusting out and stuff, and it was like, there's a lot of dust, I haven't dusted this out in a bit. So I had to vacuum up all the dust and pick it all up. Anyways, my advice is, if you're gonna do like a computer installation like that, if you're gonna do something with your computer, don't do it before you're about to start your stream. You could wait like a few hours. It doesn't have to be installed right that second. My computer wasn't falling apart, it was gonna survive. That's some streamer wisdom for you. Save it for GPU, but terrified of wiping your PC again with this. Well, I mean, that's the SSD, like, I don't know if you'd be on an M2 SSD, or if you're still on the SATA. But yeah, generally, if you can, just get all your RAM at the same time. Like, just get 4 identical copies of whatever. Nine different reads of the word shark. Oh, you doing a little project? Doing a project involving shark? 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 I can't even do 9 different reads of the word shark, goddamn. Yeah, RAM is kind of weird. Like, you can install different types with the same timings, it's just, it is better to have it all from the same if possible. Oh, I've got a pretty good idea of how you know, because I'm assuming you've tried it. Optane SSD, I have not even heard of that brand. I should probably get this teleport, because I'm probably going to come back for that demon mail. Skittle times. Yo, it's Tina. It's Tina, reader of the word shark 9 different times. Oh, Optane was Intel's SSD technology. Weird. I didn't know they made SSDs. Or is it just like they use that technology, but then the brands or whatever, whoever made that specific type? Yeah, once you say a word enough, it just sounds fake. The high-end ones were like 32 gig cache drives. So like a hard drive that you just install for like page file stuff or whatever? Weird. Weird. It is kind of interesting now, looking like how quickly SSD technology has progressed in like the past 10 years. That is too bad though that it didn't work properly. I'm debating if I want to carry over my, what's it called, my CD drive from my current computer, because I still have one. And it's like, I don't think I've used a CD in years. For the highest price components, oh no, no, no. I mean, look at them, sure, but don't just go with the highest price. You want to buy a GPU that costs $3,000? You could do that. That's the other thing I'm worried about. It's not just like the price of GPU stuff, but also the size. Because GPUs are fucking big now. I remember when I got this 1070, when I installed it, it's like, man, that's pretty big. And now GPUs are basically just their own separate tower that you have to install. Oh right, I can't slide through here. Yeah, I don't have giant bat, do I? No. We gotta go the long way. Yeah, that's one of the things that worried me, is like, my tower stands up, it's not like a lying down tower. I don't think most towers are lying down towers anymore. And like, I'm kind of worried, like, is this gonna pull out the motherboard? Is it eventually just gonna rip out of the socket if I keep it there? So, I don't know, man. Oh, they do have brackets, good. They learned. I love that one video the dude made of the, I think the 4070 or the 4080 Ti or whatever. And it just creates a black hole as he's testing it. Such a good video. I don't think any of the computers I've used have had like little support stands for the GPUs. But then again, I've never gone like really hard into like high-end, super high-end graphics cards. Keepers for full-length PCI. Oh, I never had like full-length PCI cards. Or at least none that I installed. You might have had something like that in my old computers as kids, but I never opened them up, because I was baby. Are you slide? Oh, Galamoth. I mean, that is good to have. That's really good timing. I do want to play Baldur's Gate 3 eventually, it's just my backlog keeps getting bigger. I do remember, I think it was like 1996, when I got my first computer with a sound card, and it was like, oh my god. So this is what video games can sound like. Because up until then, I had PC speaker. Oh yeah, Tina, you were also playing Void Stranger. I totally empathize. Yeah, thankfully I'm done with that now, so I can just watch people play it. But you know what? Void Stranger is a game I'm absolutely glad to have no-lifed. Because man, that would suck, like, if it starts getting popular and watching people just like, oh yeah, I'm just gonna stream this last part that's really important. Yeah, I'm gonna go up here. There's a very entertaining bug at the moment where they put out... Oh, they patched the horny patch, so people are getting too horny. Some weirdness going on. Ooh, black belt. If I didn't have the rune ring already, I'd probably use that. Actually, I might be able to just start using Valkyrie now. It's expensive, but I got the rune ring. Do some good numbers. Please restart your relationship to avoid relationship issues. Power off your partner and press the switch on their back for 10 seconds and hold it in. This will reset their relationship. They will emit a loud beeping noise in 3 pulses. This is how you know it has worked. Okay, I'm not going all the way down there for coffee. Is that the plot of Chobits? Wasn't the switch not on their back, but somewhere else? And it was installed there for reasons. No, they're really important to the plot, really. It's important that the off switch is in her hoo-ha. Ooh. Thank you, Valkyrie. Thank you for the free Cowlbulg. I never watched a lot of the, like, early wave... Like, I watched the early wave of anime on YTV because they were one of the first networks to really show anime, like, in North America, period. But they had stuff like Sailor Moon, they had stuff like Dragon Ball. What else did they run? I guess Mapletown Story was technically... It was an anime. But I don't think a lot of people remember that. Yeah, they didn't have Dragon Ball Z on YTV for a bit. It was original Dragon Ball and Sailor Moon. And then eventually they started getting more like they ran Gundam Wing. Noted best entry in the Gundam series, Gundam Wing. Almost said that with a straight face. Yeah, they ran Pokemon and Digimon, but at that point, like, it was... They were making gangbusters money with Pokemon, they'd be stupid not to. And I still have my VHS tape of the very first episode. I remember getting up at like 6 AM on a Sunday to watch it. I was super excited. I ended up playing Link's Awakening for a few hours just to try and pass time, because I just wanted to watch it, man. I did not have seizures, they did not run the Porygon episode. That never happened in North America. Okay, man. And then eventually, you know, Toonami happened and make it a lot more mainstream. I think... Oh yeah, that's right, they had Samurai Pizza Cats, too. I forgot they had Samurai Pizza Cats before, like, their main, like, big push for anime. Oh no, the seizure stuff is absolutely for real. Like, it launched off a bunch of legislation and stuff on TV, like what you can and can't show when it comes to, like, flashing stuff on TV. Oh, Manticore. But yeah, it is absolutely real. People were hospitalized. And, like, anime, yeah, it had, like, a lot of flashing lights, but the Pokemon one specifically was, like, just full screen, bright red and blue flashing back and forth for, like, 5 seconds straight. Like, they went way too hard with that. Oh no, they never showed Porygon again. Porygon is persona non grata. Pokemona non grata. Like, they just do not even want to chance that. Well, no, it wasn't Porygon getting blown up, it was Pikachu destroying a bunch of missiles. And, like, I think they were riding Porygon around, like, Porygon was helping them. It's not even that Porygon was the bad guy in that episode. But, yeah, they just decided, you know what, we're not gonna nix the mascot of the entire series, that would kill our profits, so Porygon had to go. Oops. Whenever there's, like, a controversy, they tend to just kind of show away from depicting that Pokemon again, in general. because it was like, I think Jinx as well, there was the whole controversy, because understandably so, the original design for Jinx was not particularly culturally sensitive. They're getting a lot of nice hits. So I think there was the one episode of Jinx in the anime where she showed up and had, you know, the black face, and then they modified the future airing so that she had purple instead, and then they just generally kind of stopped showing Jinx. There's also the one thing where the dude, Uri Geller, the psychic, quotation marks here, was trying to sue Nintendo because he was like, Kadabra is an infringement on my personality. And so they just said, you know what, we're just never going to use Kadabra in the trading card game again. We're just going to give you cards that let you skip the Abra evolution directly to Alakazam. I think they are eventually, like, they did eventually kind of settle. So now they actually did print another Kadabra card recently, but... yeah, Mr. Popo was a bad design. Mr. Popo is an awful design. Oh yeah, Tina, have you never heard that? The Uri Geller guy? Well, the Pokemon's name was Yungeta, which, like, it could be a reference, but I don't think that you can really say, this guy uses spoons and has a name that kind of sounds like mine if you squint, so you have to give me all your money. It's like, what about Hitmonlee and Hitmonchan? Nobody got in trouble for that. Actually, I'm gonna go to the Floating Garden first. I don't want to do Reservoir just yet. Yeah, the 30 Tauros one was really confusing because they referenced that a bunch in later episodes. Yeah, basically there was a psychic who sued, or not sued, but basically threatened to give a ton of legal trouble, and I guess was so annoying that they just said, fuck it, we're just gonna make it so we can skip Kadabra evolution of the trading card game. Yeah, the early Pokemon was kind of weird. They didn't really have their world building in place yet. So a lot of it was just kind of like, it's the real world. There's like guns and stuff. We just use actual languages. And then they kind of eventually gravitated toward Pokemon doesn't actually take place in you know, on Earth. It's just kind of a pseudo-Earth. They removed all references to real places. Like, I think there's... In the first game, there's Mew, who is found in Guyana. And they removed that. There's a reference to, like, a Pokemon that could, like, paralyze an Indian elephant with its electricity. Yeah, the Lightning American, Lieutenant Surge. The Minnesota thing, that's just a reference from the Pokemon movie. That's the dub only. They also live in Minnesota! I think it's like Jesse and James are like, I didn't know Vikings were still around. Yeah, eventually they just kind of like, they removed all real world languages. They just had like signs and stuff use a made up language. Oh, is that the famous blade known as Gran? No, you don't get to exist in Pokemon World. You've been stricken from the record. Well, I don't think it uses unknown language. Like, I think it's just its own weird little typeface. Because unknown is still very, like, clearly meant to be letters, but, like, they don't use that as their primary language for, like, signage and stuff. Now they just do, like, analogs. So, like, Galar is just supposed to be, like, Ireland, that kind of stuff. You know, Great Britain, that kind of amalgamation. Alola is just Hawaii. Alright, I gotta go back here. But yeah, nobody actually uses unknown shapes for language. Generation 10 is not set in Italy. That would require them to acknowledge Italy as a real place. Yeah, okay, there's a country shaped like a boot, yeah. and it's kicking a soccer ball, and it just so happens their national sport is soccer. Okay, yeah, I believe you. Yeah, that sounds like a real place that exists. Bellissimo. Really, I'm just hoping they release a Pokemon game that actually performs well. Scarlet and Violet was kind of rough. Like, I wouldn't be opposed to the idea of playing a new Pokemon, but man, I'm not playing Scarlet and Violet. I'm not dealing with that, sorry. Oh, I can't even get the full bonus room. This sucks. This sucks. Well, I know they made plenty of money. That's not my concern. They patched it. Apparently they did patch it to an extent, but it is still really, really rough. And, like, I'm not paying 80 Canadian dollars for what is clearly an unoptimized, poorly made game. Sorry. Alright, like, these guys are super resistant to physicals. Yeah, I still can't slide. Man, when am I gonna get my slide? Actually, I could just damage tank. I've got the jacket. Next game is probably gonna be a Black and White remake. I mean, Black and White were good games. I wonder if they would do, like, they include all the content from Black 1 and 2 and White 1 and 2, you know? That'd be nice. Not even a good item here, it's a mimic. Diamond and Pearl, the remake, that was a different team, right? I watched a video of some dude who got, like, all medals in Black and White. And my god, it's some of the things they expect you to do are kind of ridiculous. Dev, stop putting limited time multiplayer only challenges in your game. Impossible. And I don't know, from what I hear, everybody kind of consistently says, like, Black and White, especially like Black 2 and White 2 are some of the best. Like, the sprite work is fantastic. It's the last game that they did with sprites. There's tons and tons of post-game stuff. I never got super hard into it, but... Okay. I'm gonna get rid of Sculla right now, because I don't need it. Got a lot of shit at the time for trying to do a more serious story. It's not even that it went super hard on it, it's basically just like, hey, we should probably treat Pokemon more than just things that we use for battle. Okay. Of course, the problem is, like, half the people want, you know, they want to stay the same, and then the other half are like, no, I want Pokemon but mature, I want Pikachu to say fuck. Waiting for one of those super sanitized Pokemon trailers where it's just like, in 2024, Pikachu will say, fuck. That's right, it's a Lola form Pikachu. No, that'd be the new area form. Yeah, I'll play Pokemon Snakewood. I don't know if I can play Pokemon Snakewood. Weirdly enough, one game that did, like, Pokemon but for adults really well was Cassette Beasts. Because it's Pokemon for adults, but rather than just, like, you know, everybody says fuck and stuff, it's just talking about, like, man, it's really hard to live in the world. It is really rough not knowing when I'm gonna be able to go home, if I'm gonna be able to go home at all. Like, you can do adult themes without having it just be about, you know, cursing or having sex or whatever. Well, the problem is SMT games, like, they're not at all afraid to just be like, haha, we crit your leader, that's it, game over. Oh, I'm not gonna be able to slide that. Actually, speaking of Shin Megami Tensei, I gotta play that Toho game, apparently it's very good. The Toho SMT, that's kind of like the Super Nintendo ones, but not as bad. It's SMT, like, it is very much designed, it's themed after the original SMT games on Super Nintendo. Like, the graphics are just straight up pastiches of original SMT design. Although I'm sure there will be a Toho Persona spin-off if there hasn't already been. I don't remember what it's called. It's got one of those very flowery Toho names, you know? Like Artificial Dream in Limbo or something like that. Artificial Dream in Arcadia. I was close. I was one word off. Yeah, SMT is not at all afraid to just be like, haha, gotcha. Got him. Yeah, I want to try that Slay the Spire Toe game. Apparently that's very good. I know Matt and Doc both really enjoy it, and they both got good opinions about video game. Well, Fear and Hunger is different. Actually, probably just take the warp out of here. I think we go underwater now. Oh, right, Skulla. Toho fan, not all of them are high quality. They're kind of a mixed bag. Because the thing is, you can just use the characters for free. You don't really need to ask permission. Like, as long as you're not trying to sell explicitly merchandise. Actually, I'm not even sure what the rules are, but I'm pretty sure you can just use the characters for whatever you want. It's basically open source. These are your characters, but you can't claim that you made them or anything like that, you know? Yeah, Tina, thank you for saying shark 9 times. It's interesting because, yeah, Wizardry is, like, so influential that it became basically adopted by Japan, and, like, they stopped making Wizardry games in North America after a bit. But in Japan, they're still going. They made many Wizardry spin-off games and follow-ups in Japan. Now I'm trying to think of, like, what context would there be for Tina to need to say shark 9 times, and it's like... Oh, maybe it's one of those, maybe you're doing a sound pack for, what's it called? For SMT, SRB cart. Yeah, Wizardry got super, super popular in Japan. Dragon Quest, I feel like all of them are super popular, but 3 is kind of the one that gets a lot of callbacks. Three never forced Japan to make a law that wasn't... That's kind of an urban legend. It's more that they just realized, oh no, we're actually negatively impacting stuff, so let's just release it on a weekend. It was never a law. Right ballpark, wrong game. Interesting. Oh nice, I can one-shot these guys. Ooh, Levitate. I've actually been rocking Kunitsuna this entire time, so this is a very nice upgrade. Dragon Quest 3 is the HD, 2D HD one. Hell yeah. Like, I've never beaten a Dragon Quest. Because I never really had, like, I never really had the Dragon Quest thing growing up. For me, it was like Illusion of Gaia, like Final Fantasy 3 or 6. Robert Whithead also invented fan subbing? That's interesting. I didn't know that. Well, anime art style was originally based off Western cartoons, so like whatever was popular at the time, like Disney stuff. It was kind of like emulating that, but then it turned into its own thing. Oh yeah, I need to catch Slyo streams of Dragon Quest stuff more often. Get Dragon Quest pilled. Wrote the first subbing software in the world. Wow. Impressive. Oh, I never had Sega consoles as a kid. I never had Sega consoles, period. Never got a Genesis, never got a Master System, never got a, you know, CD, never got Dreamcast. I was a Nintendo boy for a while. Black Panther? Frick. That reminds me, I still have to play the Wonder Boy remake, because I think I have it on EGS. I think they gave it away at some point. I have a lot of games on EGS. They give away free games every week, basically. Yeah, Tina speedruns that game. You're too biased. I can't trust you. No, I didn't need to try it. And doesn't it, like, it literally just runs on top of the original code, so, like, that's what lets you switch graphics? Because it's basically just the original game, and then it's running the graphical layer of the new stuff on top of it, right? There's Giant Bat. Well, I could go get the Demon Mail now. Hyper-targeted emulator, hell yeah. Mario RPG. I mean, that's a good first RPG. You learned about timed hits at a young age. Okay, so story time. I remember, like, there was a very brief period of time where I was, like, really big and gung-ho on collecting, like, original cartridges and stuff. Like, not full-blown game collecting, but I wanted to just have games. So, like, I was really big on looking at pawn shops and stuff to see if they had, you know, the RPGs that I'd missed as a kid, like Secret of Mana, Final Fantasy, that kind of stuff. And I remember going to the mall. I remember Microplay. I don't think they still exist in Ontario. They used to sell used games and stuff, and they had a copy of Final Fantasy III, but they wanted something like $114 for it. And I remember being at the point where I was willing to pay that because I had just gotten a job, and I was like, I had some spending money. But I had like $110 exactly, and it was just barely not enough. So I ended up not buying it that day. But it worked out because then my brother found a copy of it in a pawn shop for 20 bucks. Like, it wasn't complete in box or anything, but still, I'll take it. I did get a really nice deal from Microplay, though. I got the original Earthbound for like 30 bucks with the box and the player's guide and everything. And that was a fucking steal. That's why they went out of business, because I bought Earthbound from them. Was it worth it? Nah. No, Earthbound is like... Earthbound, I think, is the most influential game I've ever played, like, as a kid. I mean, pawn shops now are kind of the same thing. They'll look everything up on Amazon or eBay. Sell at least one Microplay in Ontario, really.
Okay.
Thank you for the follow. Rando's going pretty alright. It's not super fast. I don't have Black Panther, so I'm not going to be setting any speed records here. But yeah, now it's like, basically every used game store is going to be checking eBay and stuff for the prices, so you can't really get great deals anymore. I think yard sales, garage sales, that's basically your only chance at this point. Like, you can get places, yeah, like that sell them for fair prices, but you're never gonna get, like, you know, you're not gonna find a copy of Earthbound in the box for all that at like 30 bucks anymore. That's not happening. Didn't charge you for Pokemon Yellow because it was in the Game Boy? Hell yeah. Gamers stay winning. Started selling CRTs as gaming televisions, Jesus. Your high school assistant principal got you Tetris Attack? Damn. That's a pretty good assistant principal. My principal and assistant principal didn't give me shit. Yeah, basically you have to go to yard and garage sales and hope that they aren't, like, Googling the prices. They'd be like, well, there's one listing on eBay for $500, so that's what I'm going to charge for it. Because that's also kind of the problem, is people see these prices and assume, ah, that's how much they're worth. When it's not really how much they go for, like, it's not how much they're listed for on the site, it's how much they actually sell for. That's what you need to worry about. But of course, people are not going to give a shit about that. Mother gave you a DuckTales Game Boy cart. Yeah, I mean, I ain't gonna complain about it. Free stuff. Yeah, I remember watching, I think it was, Cloth Map. I think they went to Brazil at some point to kind of show the gaming market there, and it's like, it was a weird thing where people didn't really buy new games because they were stupid expensive, like the import costs. So they would just basically have, like, gaming cafes where you could just rent out, you know, a PS3 or whatever for, like, $5 an hour and just play whatever. I think that was Brazil. I'm here already, right? Yeah. Copy Streets of Rage 2 for $15. That's pretty good. Are you Black Panther? There we go, finally. Full hour into the seat, but we finally got Black Panther. I don't think we ever had grocery stores with, like, a console there. It was like, you go to Walmart or whatever, or Zellers, and they would have the demo console that you would play on and get Next Strain. I think it was, like, Hard Drive. They had a really good headline where it's like, cell phone neck cancels out Nintendo demo console neck to cure condition completely. Yeah, Japan is like, they charge exorbitant amounts if you want to get, like, full DVDs of shows or whatever. Oh yeah, I wanna teleport out, get that demon mail. I don't really miss VHS tapes. Like, they have that nostalgia factor, but, like, as a medium, they're not very good. Why do I think I can one-shot these guys? I always think I can one-shot these guys just by running into them. You have to be really overpowered to do that. Parents forgot you because you were just playing Rogue Squadron, hell yeah. God, to see Street Fighter in real life there's a Counter-Strike match? Oh god. That's serious, huh? I never really got to go to, like, internet cafes. That was never really a thing. Like, they existed in North America, but they were pretty short-lived. They didn't last very long. Yeah, your dad learned a valuable lesson. If you forget your kid, he will make no attempt to catch up with you. They will continue to play Rogue Squadron or whatever they've got until... Oh, nice, you got it for Christmas, hell yeah. Oh, I mean, that totally makes sense. That's what I would do as a kid. If we were going to, you know, if my parents were shopping or whatever and there was a game console, I was like, I'm just gonna go hang out at electronics. You do your thing, come get me when you're done, love you. Ah. Actually, I remember seeing, I think it was... I don't remember where it was, but I think there was, like, a King of Fighters incident which resulted in an actual stabbing. It's like they had pictures of the aftermath and it was really fucking gruesome. I don't even think, like, even before COVID, I think they just kind of stopped doing demo consoles outside of, like, you know, if you were at GameStop or whatever, EB Games. Come on. Yeah, some people take games too seriously. It's not even very seriously. At that point, you gotta stop playing video games. Oh, was that Beijing? Yeah, they don't really do demo consoles anymore, which is kind of sad. Controls are expensive and fragile. It's not even that kids are stupid. Like, I think kids will just sit there and play. It's just that consoles now are generally more expensive, and like having a demo unit to constantly fix and replace. One competitor got mad and jokingly raised his chair as a joke. Huh. God damn. Excalibur! Yeah, every game now has a 20-minute intro. Yeah, Justin Wong got tased. I remember hearing about that. Yeah, no, I would say don't look up photos of the incident I'm talking about, because it is pretty gruesome. Playing Smash Brothers on a Toy Store 3DS. I mean, the question is, did you win, though? That's the important thing. I mean, I would hope you're not into that kind of gruesome stuff. I would just say don't look it up, just in general. It's probably not something you need to see. Oh, I'm dodging, I'm dodging. I'm trying to remember what the last, like, demo game that I played was. Like, it would have been at EB Games for sure, because my brother used to work there. It might have just been, I think it might have been Smash Brothers Brawl. Because I remember, like, I was able to buy the game technically earlier. And it was like a few hours before they actually opened, and I got my copy, like I paid for it, pre-ordered and all that. Unfortunately, it was Smash Brothers Brawl, so it wasn't that great. I remember liking it when I played it, but looking back on it, yeah, it was like they really just kind of fucked with the formula for no good reason. What if you randomly tripped? That'll be fun. Oh, is Neckfest coming up again? Might see if they got any good Metroidvanias. Last time I didn't find my game of the year, but never hurts. I don't know, I think the general consensus is that Brawl, like, it was probably, like, the worst of the series in terms of, like, innovate. I mean, like, I hate saying that because they added, you know, a ton of hype characters, like, oh fuck, they're adding Snake, they're adding Sonic, this is wild. But then at the same time, it's like the actual gameplay stuff was just, ugh. So slow, it was so clunky. Like, it's not a bad game, but I think it is the worst Smash game by far. Yeah, I mean worse in terms of mechanics. Like, the story mode is cool. I remember they got, what's his name? Kingdom Hearts man, Belts. Blanking on his name for some reason. I want to say Sakurai, that's the guy who made Smash Bros., or the guy, producer, whatever. Nomura. Tetsuya Nomura. He did the story mode for that game, if I remember. Really don't have a lot of great bullet souls. Guess I'll just use Legion. I'm still using Skulla. Get out of here. Take more intelligence. Yeah, I don't think Sakurai intentionally like sabotaged it. I think he just was like, what if we just made it a little more random for like kind of make it more of like a wild stuff happening, and then it turns out people didn't really like that. I did see that Industrial Accident remake video, that's very funny. But yeah, I'm glad that shock sites like generally are not a thing anymore. Goatsy was enough. Yeah, I don't think he did it specifically to just sabotage anybody who was trying to play competitively. I think he just had an idea that just didn't really work out. Oh, come on, are you kidding me? What's a Fune? It is too bad how Brawl just kind of spoiled the big reveal of Mother 3, though. Oh yeah, it's gonna have Lucas from Mother 3. Oh cool, we're getting Mother 3, right? No. No, we're not. For people who are unfamiliar with Goatsy, hell yeah. That's the other thing, yeah, because they announced Brawl with, basically, like, with the Wii, so it's like... He didn't really have any knowledge of them making a Smash Brothers game. Their plan was, we're doing a Smash Brothers game, we would love to have you on it, but if not, we'll still make it. And he was just like, nah, I'm gonna be the only one who's gonna be able to make it. Yeah, I'm not even gonna bother picking that up. I was like, do I really want a menu and change all that stuff out? And like, the answer is no, I don't. Oh yeah, is this your first time seeing an Aria stream? I do my little Soma Cruz eating Skittles model just for these streams. So I jokingly made a bit about eating Skittles a while back and read Pretty Pink Pansy. They drew up a couple of images so I could just do a little PNG tuber thing. The condition though is that I have to make sure I tell everybody to play Tsukihime at least once. And I think they meant it as just tell people to play it one time, but I just took it to mean every stream I have to say it. That's the price. Play Tsukihime. I already said it earlier, but I'm gonna say it again. It's where funny video game cat Nekoark came from. Nice, 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 nice. Nice, 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 nice. A pact was made, and by God, I'm gonna follow it. Oh, the model is to me. Okay, yeah, I do these whenever I do Aria streams, so you might not have been catching them for a bit. Alright, I don't know why I feel like my souls are messed up. They're not. My souls are all correct here. I'm gonna run down to the servants' quarters really quick. I guess all the books are gonna be on the top floor, because I think I only have the one. This one. Never really got into visual novels. Like, Phoenix Wright is probably the closest I've gotten to a visual novel, and even then... I think a lot of it probably stems from when a lot of them were kind of coming around here. I was still kind of in my visual novels are cringe phase, which is a phase I've since grown out of. Yeah, I guess I go to top floor. Actually, let me check here first, because sometimes Hammer can sell. He can sell the soul you need, or the book you need, weirdly enough. I'm gonna sell that Joyeuse. Go to the demon mill. Yeah, at this point I'm like, as long as you're not hurting anybody, like whatever you like. I ain't gonna judge. Got a lot of money on this seat, goddamn. Problem is all the good stuff is like defensive, so like I don't really need one because I've already got the demon mail. Yeah, I guess I'm just gonna buy all the healing items. But yeah, it's just like, I don't care anymore what other people like. If you like it, it doesn't hurt people, cool. You do you. Wait, why am I still using Kunitsu? Oh, right, because of the balls. The balls. I've got balls of balls. Balls, balls, balls. Who makes Pokemon? Isn't it... Did the Pokemon Company take over from Wizards of the Coast? Because I thought it was still Wizards of the Coast. Oh, Jordan makes them all. Okay. Hey Jordan, you got a first edition Charizard? Shiny one? Mint condition? I'll take one of those if you're making them. Oh, Pokemon Company did take over? Okay. Wait, I don't have to go in there. I need books. I'm trying to think of what other areas... Okay, there's one. So I just need the one more, right? Yeah. I'm pretty sure that's Were Jaguar. That's Manticore, I think. Because the foils are good. Shots fired. Oh, I didn't know Magic had foils, if I'm being honest. I mean, what am I saying? Of course they have them now, but I don't remember seeing any when I was a kid. Magic's another game I never got into. Did I not equip the demon? I mean, I'm smart. I'm still using the army jacket. Order of operations is all kind of messed up right now. McDonald's Pokemon Pack. Are they doing Pokemon card giveaways now? Huh. My brother actually got into Magic recently. My problem for any kind of like collectible game is just like the time and money investment. Like I know there are ways around that, but I just don't really have like... I don't have an interest in being like, okay, you need to get at least this to be competitive, otherwise there's no point in even trying, you know? Huh. What could I be missing? What areas have I missed? And that's the other thing, like you're saying $60, it sounds like a lot, but that's a bargain, but like, I don't know. I don't want to pay $60 to have that be like an intro to a game. What have I missed? Oh, I never did the top left in the arena. That might be it. I totally skipped that area, I forgot. Get Levitain back out here. Yeah, from what I hear, the new Pokemon, like the digital client, is very good. I remember Ty was playing it a while back. I don't know if he still plays that, though. They threatened to flood the market if Pokemon Company revoked the license. Huh. Weird. card game drama. Yeah, completely skip this area. Oops. Yeah, from what I hear, Wizards of the Coast is not really great as a company. Really, I don't have to pick up anything that isn't the book at this point. Yeah, they hired Pinkertons because they mistakenly sent out an early copy of a set or something. It's not even that, like, the guy, you know, broke in and stole an early copy of the card. It's literally, they sent it to him. Nobody checked the box that said, pre-release card, do not send, or whatever. It's like, of course, this is a standard response. This is what we should be doing here. I don't know what I missed here. What areas haven't I been to yet? I think I got all the areas. I think I got all the checks in underwater. I did study. Pretty sure I did everything in the chapel. Top floor, as far as I can tell, is cleaned out. What did I miss? Oh, the Mario ban. When the first trailer for the Mario movie came out, I just didn't want chat to turn into, like, everything's gonna turn to talking about, oh, did you see the Mario trailer? The Mario trailer's out. So I just banned the word and I never removed it. Because I never got around to it, and now it's just kind of funny. Someday I'll remove it, but not today. Maybe I'll do a marathon stream where I finally let you say Mario again. Yeah, you're not selling any of the books. Oh god, don't tell me I have to abandon the seed because there's a single check that I missed. Second boss room? Which second boss room? I did all the floating garden. Manticore, top of the room with the three... Oh, right. Thank you. Right, I couldn't get there earlier. And it just kind of got crossed off my list once I started getting movement elsewhere. If this isn't it, though, then I'm in a lot of trouble. Okay, yeah, there is. Alright. So that, I'm pretty sure, is Were-Jaguar. That is... Dead Warrior? I'm just gonna confirm. Okay, yeah, that's Dead Warrior. Works on a straight punch. Because straight punch is Were-Jaguar, then Were-Tiger is uppercut. So I should have that. Yeah, straight punch, and then this is... I'm pretty sure it's Manticore. A lion... Oh no, that's Buer. Okay, we got it all. We're in go mode. Almost messed up. It wasn't... No, I didn't name him Maxim because of the ban. I just thought it'd be a funny name to call him Mario. I changed his name to Luigi in the Ancient Cave, but I don't think changes save there. How am I dropping some frames? Huh, weird. It's not a constant thing, it's not like the issue I was having earlier, but... Couldn't be dropping 1330 frames, that's weird. Today is just cursed, man. I've had bad luck today. Getting all the shit with the computer. Having my controller not connect for a minute and giving me a small heart attack. Yeah, at this point, if you fuck up at Wizard of the Coast, they just kill you straight up. You just die. This actually does good damage. Boom, boom, boom. Go to meatball phase, dummy. Alright. So we need Were-Jaguar, Viewer, and Dead Warrior. Straight punch, straight punch, straight punch. Far slash, soul far slash. I don't remember what I was using before. I think it was Bale. I love how tiny he gets in this form, like... I think it's just supposed to be a scaling thing, but it just looks very funny. I like to imagine it just shrinks down. Now you face my true form! Yeah, they just got really long arms in the back. Ever sing. Ever sing everywhere all at once. Oh, this is the wrong one. Definitely one of my slower seeds. But that'll happen when you find Black Panther an hour in and also fuck up your routing. Thankfully the Julius fight is going to be nice, because we got Calblog already. Calblog. Demon Male lets us tank a bunch of hits as well. I'm gonna try and do another seed. Let's see how we do. Hopefully it'll be faster after this one, because I usually do two. Today I was a little late, so I'm not sure if I'm gonna be able to finish it. Yeah, I was considering doing more Lufia today, but after that, it was just like, I was so frazzled that I just want to play some Aria, man. Calbog. Legion's actually really nice for this fight, because it's like the perfect range to hit him. It's not really awkward like Red Minotaur, unless he interrupts you. Ule. Come on, man. He do be Ule-ing all over the place. Just as Morbius gets to Morb, Belmonts get to Ule. Might have to use some healing. Not that I'm starved for healing items at all, but... Come on, man. Hey, man. Ule. Okay, let's get to this side. There's a little more space. Slam down some treats as well. Like, Transformation Souls generally do the most, but it's also kind of awkward in this fight, because he jumps around and teleports a lot. Ule, ule, ule. check that Dubs art. Is that Jordan making the Pokemon cards? Oh hell yeah, that's Jordan making the cards. You're the Pokemon card guy, huh? Why is it cropped like that? Stop being cropped. Cut it out. Hey, you're the Pokemon card boy, huh? Oh yeah. That's the level 60, or no, that's the HP 69 boy. Penis type energy. Fuck your mum. Actually, God, that reminds me of all those, the fake cards people make. The really bad ones that are clearly made by children. The one where it's just like, you know, their favorite character from a TV show or whatever, and it's like, does crazy gun, or crazy hit, and then crazy hit does 1 billion damage, and it also kills you in real life and you get $1 million. I love those cards. I want to see more of them. Oh boy, Mistletoe. That would have been good, like, an hour and 20 minutes ago. Come on, man. Come on, Lubricant. Lubricante. I was looking up that Mega Man X Corrupted project the other day to see if they got anything new. Still working on it. I was hoping at this point like it was going to be out and I just never heard about it, but nope. It is still in development. It is overtaking... Actually, I think at this point it probably has overtaken Metroid 2 Remake. Defaced an Abracard with a haha joint and hat and called it Nebref. How dare you? Uri Geller's gonna send you an angry letter. Nah, bruv. Just a mimic. Nah, bruv. Come on, bruv. Oh! Shame that showed up literally at the last possible check, but... Oh, right, sorry, it's Kadabra, not Abra. Right, I forgot his rules. Uri Geller, more like... Yuri Smeller. Anyways, I will meet you all in court tomorrow for my stream. Where I battle Uri Geller. Oh yeah, I forgot I found Excalibur. Where's my Cleave Salish? Where's my super suit? There you are. Urine Smeller. God damn, Ivy, no! You're gonna go to court too! I can't pay the legal fees for everyone. Germa chat where he just defends himself in court, and everybody thinks it's a bit. Oh, you heard the creak. Yeah, my chair is super creaky. Normally I try and sit still, but if you gotta lean, you know? Got a gamer lean. .3D printed L that you have in your card box for Magic. Here I definitely want to use... Oops, not that. Manticore. Creaking chair. Yeah, let's get some chair creaks going on here. This shit is creaky as a motherfucker. Uri Geller is just one of those, you know, psychics in quotation marks who claim that they were stealing his likeness and making money off of his reputation, basically. Because, you know, every psychic on TV and in the media is always correct. Alright, 133.29. Not a great seed. Not a great seed, but it was also me being bad. Yeah, there's always that old joke of, oh, if they're phone psychics, why don't they call me first? Anyways, let's do another seed. Let's get that running right away. See if we can get a quick one. So I like to do 2 seeds. It's just I can't always complete them depending on how slowly I go and whether or not my computer cooperates with me today for some reason. He was one of the spoon bending guys, yeah. Singular Pogger. Nope. Yeah. Add like an extra second to my timer because I forgot to press the button. Right at the start. Somebody dock me a second at the end. One singular pog. Not poggers. Just gotta be very careful when saying any word that ends with GGER for obvious reasons. Poggers! That's some better armor, at least. Yeah, I might accidentally say Frogger. There's the one guy with, kind of does the same thing with video games, not Billy Mitchell, I wanted to say Todd Howard. Todd Rogers, I think is his name. The guy who claimed he had a world record and got faster than physically humanly possible, but every time he was supposed to demonstrate it in person, it was always something was wrong. Something was wrong with the setup, something was wrong with the TV, the controller wasn't right. He didn't practice that day. No, Tommy Tallarico is a completely different dude. Tommy Tallarico is, that's a rabbit hole. But his mother's very proud. Eggman, yeah, that's understandable. Like, there's this one clip of, I think, Sonic at the Olympic Games where you can play as him. And the announcer's just like, Eggman, nega! And you're like, what did you say? You said nega, right? Nega? Negative. Negative penalty. Negative penalty is when you say the Dark Eggman wrong. And you get cancelled for it. Yeah, the H-Bomber guy video on Roblox Oof is very enlightening. Yeah, it turns out he just made everything. Did you know that? Freaking skull. I'm literally always saying this. Oh, oh, oh. Piss. Piss. I was hoping this would be a makeup for the last seed where I got my Black Panther like a full hour in. Holy shit! Piss! So crazy! So hot in here! Good virus. God, that video is so good. I think he actually started doing more. I think he started doing like streaming or Let's Plays or something. Ooh, Bale. Like, I think that dude is single-handedly responsible for me saying piss as an expletive. Just, like, exclaiming piss as opposed to, like, oh, piss. Raw, unfiltered piss. Level 3 raw. Oh, I guess I can just jump up there if I have the flying armor. La, 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 la. Oh, we love to see that early on, though. Not that I have a ton of great souls to use it with yet, but I'd love to functionally have infinite MP. I gotta get out of the habit of just killing everything in my way. But like, if I can do it, actually Bifron's not bad. Bifron. Bastard sword. Oh, that was way too late, yeah. Beefron! Beef bowl! Speaking of beef bowl, no thanks.
I want that beef ball. Give me that beef ball.
Like, I definitely need to work on getting this consistently, like the skip here. So I still don't have it quite perfect. Like, the timing is tight. I'm sure there is a consistent way to do it, but I ain't good at doing it yet. I don't want to have to come all the way back here just to get goody. You got in trouble for saying bastard sword, hell yeah. I do wonder why it was called a bastard sword specifically. Like, who was in charge of naming swords that day? Is like, you know, yeah, you know what? I'm gonna name this after a kid that was born out of wedlock. Sword for bastards. Alright, one more try. One more try. Ugh. One more. Alright, no. Not to be. We're coming back later. It's a mix of a longsword and a greatsword. But I thought the term bastard meant that you were born out of marriage. Unless you're just fucking with me. Who knows why it is called a bastard sword? Didn't fall into existing categories at the time. I think I've heard like 4 different definitions now. Beefron, whip knuckle. Take that, Cell. I think it is stronger than the B-word sword. Oh, speaking of B-word sword. What if there were 2? Well, 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 if it isn't the Bastard Brothers. Somebody just remind me afterwards to look up Bastard Sword on Wikipedia or something. Or go look up Bastard Sword on Wikipedia. I, for obvious reasons, cannot do that right now. Oh, I can't do this too high. Keep forgetting about that. There's a height limitation. Another succinct name for hand and a half sword. I'm gonna mod the game so it all shows up as hand and a half sword. Actually, tangentially related to the subject of modding. I've been working on some Godot over the past few weeks. Got a nice little training course that helps a lot. Gives you like interactive examples to work through. Because I need to do some more programming. That's right, it's Game Jam. Well, does this jam start on... I think it's tomorrow, right? Tomorrow or Saturday. How's that Godoing? It's going pretty well. I'm still working through like the course material stuff, so a lot of it is kind of overcoming my habits from previous programming stuff, like I learned in C#. So a lot of it's going to be like I mentioned this on co-host, but I still do a lot of like curly braces where I don't need to put them. Just like formation on when you create a method, it's different. Aria of Sorrow sequel fan game. Don't know that we're gonna get that anytime soon. If I get a working game, then it's gonna be impressive. I don't think Unity's banned. I think it's just use whatever engine you want. I just think everybody's kind of been like, yeah, we're not using Unity. I was reading a post that said apparently game jams are almost all like massively adopting Godot now. Because they've just completely, like, the trust is irreparably broken now at this point. They're willing to try to gouge you like this, that means they're gonna possibly try to do it again in the future. Not even highly discouraged, it's just, do you want to use Unity, you know? Would you, having seen all the shit that they have done over the past month, would you want to use Unity as an engine for making a video game? Like, obviously, it's different if you have a game that you're already making and are still working on it, but... Or if you just have been using Unity for, you know, the past decade or whatever, but... I think a lot of people are going to be switching over. The nice thing is the coursework that I'm using, it all has stuff that's built into the, like the editor, the Godot editor. So, like, it just has the live examples that when you click on that segment of the lesson, it'll, like, just load up that segment specifically, and it'll load up the code sample that you have to do. The only problem is there's an element in, there's a node type in Godot called VBox, and the lesson that I'm using, it always sounds like the dude in the video is saying V-Bucks. I can't make Fortnite. I don't have any Fortnite V-Bucks. $19 Fortnite card. And trolls, don't get blocked. Don't get blocked. Love those videos. Modern day Borshu. Does Ballman get the ceiling, actually? That's not Ballman. No. Oh, right, I can just use, forgot winged skeleton works fine here. You just gotta space it correctly. It's a weird edge case where if you don't have any vertically swinging weapons, normally you can't get that. Unless you know that, you can use winged skeleton that way. 2000 V-Box card. I'm also still kind of learning, like, I've never really done game programming before, especially not in, like, an existing engine. Last time I tried to do any game programming was when I was in high school, and I was trying to do a Bomberman game in Visual Basic. I want to say Visual Basic 6. I had a really weird setup that I used to make up, like, animation via doing timers. It kind of worked, but I never finished it. But yeah, since then I've been doing programming, but it's never been in, like, the context of a video game. So it'll be interesting. I'm still kind of wrapping my head around the concepts of, like, how nodes work and how they connect together as children, that kind of thing. Creating new nodes programmatically instead of just making them all in the editor. Blesh. The nice thing is that since I do have at least kind of a base in programming, it's not like I'm starting completely from scratch, like not only learning the concepts of developing games, but also just development in general. Like, I understand the concept of variables, of type variables, that kind of stuff. Integers, floats, references, pointers, that kind of thing. But if I were learning from completely nothing, complete scratch, that'd be a different story. I don't think I'm ever gonna do any, like, game dev streams, though. That'll probably be infuriating to watch. Because I feel like game dev streams are already kind of a niche thing, but then when you consider also, like, I'd be learning from scratch, a lot of it would just be people who know how to do this stuff being like, oh my god, why are you doing that? Oh my god, why are you doing that? And they would explain it to me, and I'd be like, oh yeah, that's a great idea, and then I would implement a new solution, trying to use their advice and then fucking it up in a different way. And at that point, it would just be like, they'd be doing it for me, and I don't really want to have people do that. I don't want to force people to be like, no, no, that's not how you do it. Plus, it's good for me as well. I get to figure stuff out for myself. Bad at sprite art, make 3D models. I mean, you can use just pre-existing assets. There's nothing stopping you from cracking open, like, RPG Maker or whatever. Yeah, exactly. Like, if I were to do dev stream it right now, it would just be going through the lessons in Godot, which are like... I mean, not everybody has the budget to be paying artists to make sprites for their game. All I'm saying is, Game of the Year 2022 Ass Libra Revision, which, by the way, is coming to Switch very soon. I think it's next month in November. That was all, like, freely available or, like, pre-made assets, for the most part. He just did the programming because he realized, nah, I'm not going to be able to do this on my own. I can't slide. Godot lessons speedrun. That seems like it'd be a bad idea. Unless you already knew how to do it, in which case, why are you speedrunning Godot? Why would you speedrun programming? I'm sure somebody has tried to do that, though. Or if I do a series of dev streams where I change the pronunciation of Godot every single time and never comment on it. Hey guys, today we're gonna do some Godot. Godot. Gonna do some Godot programming today. Nazo. I mean, I would say just use GD script. Like, all the stuff is kind of built into the editor, like, it just interfaces with their stuff. Unless you are absolutely, like, joined at the hip to C# and you cannot change, I would say it's definitely worth your time. Judo. I'm doing a judo stream and disappointing everybody who showed up to see me fight something. Ooh, Triton's nice. Actually, I'm gonna keep Bale. The Stinky Hand is already strong enough. Getting some intelligence boost is nice. Haven't used C# in a decade. Job's mostly JavaScript. I would say try GD script then. Like, try their stuff, see how you like it. I missed. Not gonna be able to do the ceiling here. I have to remember again. If you have Black Panther this early, you can get into the ceiling. The other thing is that, like, a lot of the C# stuff that I did would be... It was in Visual Studio, so a lot of the code was kind of boilerplated for me already. Like, if I wanted to make a new form or something, like a Windows form, I would just kind of drag the buttons off from the side. I wouldn't be, like, making my own programmatically. Just can't stand Python. That's understandable. Like I was saying earlier, the syntax is very... I'm still transitioning over from the C# syntax. So like the lack of curly braces and for loops and stuff, it's fucking me up. Also, the other reason I was using C# was because it worked with XNA as well, and that we did some of that. I did like a very, very, very little amount of XNA stuff in college, but it was, you know, XNA, so... But yeah, you could use C# and Godot if you wanted. I'm just doing the GD script stuff, because I do want to try and, like, expand my knowledge. Even just a little bit. Like, XNA, it's not dead. You can still make games in XNA. I think it's just not really used these days that much. I think Terraria was made in XNA, wasn't it? Or at least the dev's previous game, the Mario Brothers X, that was made in XNA. Yeah, I remember, I think it was like, yeah, there's an open source fork of it. Or yeah, you could even just use Game Maker, you could use... There's options. RPG Maker. Don't make an action game in RPG Maker though. That's my advice. It is possible, but oh my god, you were gonna die doing it. Well, I'm pretty sure Redigit, he did the first Mario Brothers X or whatever. Or yeah, make your own engine for your first project. Demon's Mail would be nice, but I don't nearly have enough money for that. I mean, yeah, you could just use SDL. Just do all the coding yourself. You get to do whatever you want it to at that point. RPG Maker Unite, it's... I don't know. Like, even before the Unity stuff went down, it's like... I don't think people had a ton of confidence in it. It didn't look like it was going to be great. Zombie. Oh, sneaky hand. I'm actually gonna go to... I have Chrono Mage. I'm gonna go to the servants' quarters first. It takes five times as long as it should, but you get to control everything, Scott. Everything is for you. You don't like the way something is done? That's your fault. Do you like the way that something was done? That's your fault. But yeah, I'm doing GD script. I'm enjoying it so far. We'll see if that opinion changes. Hopefully it won't. Because really the challenge, I think, is just going to be getting a game done. And kind of limiting my scope, because I think we're running the jam for, what, like about a month? About most of October. So like a lot of that is going to be limiting scope, so I don't try and get too ambitious for a little game jam thing. Especially while I'm also kind of learning the language. I'll take a Silk Robe. Oh, damn, is Here Goes Muffin almost done? Hell yeah. Good job. Got some game dev friends in chat. If you ever want to play a game about a spider muffin doing platforming, and I think there's also like kind of encouraging speedrunning as well, check out Here Goes Muffin on Steam. I'm biased because a good friend of mine is working on it. And she's also in chat, so I can't really say anything bad. No, I'm joking. I kid. All games are good until their dev isn't in the chat, then they all suck. There's only one good video game, and it's Aria of Sorrow. Everything else is garbage. Everything else is an Aria of Sorrow clone. Yeah, people... Okay, so... in the announcement trailer for Void Stranger, somebody in the comments was like, man, these graphics look like shit, but I'm gonna buy it because I like Zero Ranger. Like, people are gonna say some head-ass shit regardless. Like, really? You think the graphics on Void Stranger look like shit? Have you seen any good pixel art, my dude? Have you seen pixel art in general, my dude? That's another thing I gotta get better at is art. I gotta do programming, I gotta do art. My problem is I dabble a little bit in everything, but not enough in one thing. Not 2D art? I'll take a little bit of Third Dimension. It's called the Third Dimension. We invented it with graphics cards, so you can use that now, gamer. It's not even like being bad at art, but confidently. I have no problem confidently being bad at art. It's just I have to fucking do it. Like, I gotta sit down and grind it out, you know? And, like, actually be willing to sit down and stick with it for a bit, rather than just playing for, you know, 15 minutes and be like, I'm done. And not really learning anything. Oh, I would love for you to stay on the ground. Ooh, Hippogriff. I actually asked this before. I was curious, and I looked it up, and it doesn't seem like there's any references in, like, the heads in the background. So I was wondering if there were maybe any other references to Konami games or other Castlevania games, but nope. Anyways, time to do a little trick. I mean, guy with kind of like messy, longish hair is not really enough to go off. Durandal's actually pretty good. Can I... Oh, right, I can jump cancel this. I always mix up Durandal with the Greatsword, and the Durandal's actually pretty decent. It's the Greatsword that sucks. You need a downswing weapon here. Yeah, katana will work. Ooh. I like how the cats do not freeze in time. Oh, we got some money. We got a demon mail on deck, unless there's something better in Hammer's shop later on. Pudding! Actually... Oh no, I have Hippogriff. I can get the ceiling item. Ho, ho, ho. Yeah, the problem is, I think another thing is that a lot of people try to do everything, which is, it's possible, but it's very difficult. Like, people try to do music, people try to do art, people try to do programming. All that for another stinky hand. Problem is I don't have a backdash, so I can't really use Balmung too well. Because otherwise, that's how you run into the problem of, like, oh yeah, this person made the game on their own, and it only took them 10 years of their life to do so. Like, it's possible to do it, it just takes a lot of time. Like, people are like, oh, Stardew Valley was mostly the one dude. It's like, sure, but he also, like, borderline killed himself to do it. And yeah, that's like, if you want people to work with you, and unless they're really good friends and are willing to either split the profits if you're making like a retail game, or if they're just willing to work with you, you have to consider that it's going to cost money. Do I have... Oh, right. I've got Skull, or not Skull, I've got Hippogriff I don't need to get out. That's the other thing, yeah, like, making money, specifically, like, trying to make money is very difficult. Because as it turns out, getting the word out about your video game, it's hard. Getting the word out about anything these days is really hard, honestly. Yeah, we'll go to dance hall now. Because, like, there are the weird little outliers, like Vampire Survivors, where it just happens to pop off. Vampire Survivors wasn't the first Survivor-type game, but it was the one that got really popular because a couple of YouTubers happened to feature it, and it just kind of exploded from there. But you can't just make your game expecting a YouTuber to feature it and then expect the money to come in. Because for every Vampire Survivors, there's plenty of people that make, you know, fantastic games. I'm not saying Vampire Survivors is a bad game, but there are plenty of fantastic games that just have not gotten a ton of coverage and as a result are mostly unknown. Yeah, Terraria was kind of riding off the coattails of Minecraft, but it also helped that it was doing its own thing. Yeah, so I'm gonna play Jimmy in the Pulsating Mass. Story of my life. I still gotta play X. Yeah, I'm glad that got funded. It looked like it wasn't gonna hit the target for a bit. But yeah, it did get funded eventually. I think they got, like, the last day push that tends to happen a lot. Okay, to be fair, I do remember the made a game with zombies in it becoming pretty popular because of the song. It was also kind of like the Wild West for XNA, like the indie arcade stuff on Xbox. So a lot of people just kind of downloaded it based off the name, and it's like, oh, actually, it's a decent little game. Don't really need to be using Chronomage, actually, it's too expensive. Probably just keep using Beefron. Beefy Ron. But yeah, like, I made a game with zombies in it is kind of like, everything pulls from previous references to an extent, like, a lot of the Survivors type game DNA comes from Crimson Land. If you ever played that, it's a very similar concept where, like, you're fighting an endless swarm of enemies, you find power-ups and you level up, you get perks that are randomly picked. And it was decently popular, but it didn't make, like, you know, Vampire Survivors gangbusters money. And yeah, like, that kind of takes from previous twin-stick shooters, like Robotron, Smash TV. Traditional marketing does work, it's just that I feel like there's a huge gap. Because, like, a lot of people know Raid Shadow Legends because it is literally everywhere. Like, they aggressively market that shit. Oh my god, Positron Rifle. Oh my god. Oh, but I don't have my backdash. This is still worth it. This is such a good weapon. Yeah, the price point was really good. Okay, I gotta remember to come back here later. Well, no, FF14, like, it was, you know, it was a Final Fantasy game. It had a lot of coverage, but also it had the advantage of, like, they were really aggressive about making sure everybody knew that they were making a new game. It wasn't going to be like 1.0. Like, they were very adamant about making sure that they put in the work to make it good. They weren't just going to, like, progressively make it a little bit better here and there. Like, they were putting in the work. Because I think they kind of knew, like, if they tried to do, oh, we're just going to sweep that under the rug, we're going to make FF15 an online game now, and it's going to be the better one. Because people already paid in, like, they already put in an investment to FF14. Because, like, FF14 was pretty popular even before the whole meme about, hey, have you tried the FF14, the free trial that now includes up to Stormblood and Heavensward? People have made... I think people actually have private servers for 1.0. And yeah, there are playthroughs of the story in 1.0. Like, people have preserved that. Now it includes Bloodborne. Because yeah, most of the story stuff from 1.0 kind of became irrelevant with one exception. That only happens in the Binding Coils raid, so like the optional stuff. Oh, I wish I had Black Panther. Sorry, yeah, when I say private servers from 1.0, I mean, like, they technically run and you can do some stuff, but it's not, like, in a playable format. Nice, nice, nice. Ball hammer. It's not like, you know, Ragnarok Online, where people just have their own servers that are basically better than the official ones. Can you go see? I mean, you can Google the One Poly Grapes. Many images of the One Poly Grapes still exist. Yeah, FF14 1.0 was rough. Capital R, rough. Not that FF11 was much better on release, but still. It was at least playable on people's machines, and PS2 got... I always forget that FF11 was technically a PS2 game. Yeah, the online stuff for the DS Vanias was kind of weird. It just felt like they were like, oh, well, it's got to be an online-enabled console, so let's use it. Why not? $69, $69, $69, $69, $69. But yeah, advertising for video games is like... it's really hard. Like, it's kind of why I trawl a lot of the streamer, like, key request sites to try and find new stuff that way, because it's a good way to find out, you know, what's new and what I might not have looked at otherwise, and also it helps because I don't have to pay for it. Yeah, I think we go Floating Garden now. Technically, I could go to top floor, but I'm not going to top floor. Streaming is a good way to do it, but it depends on, like, the streamer's preference as well, I think. Because, like, if you were to hand me a copy of, you know, the newest, I don't know, if you were to hand me a copy of Starfield or whatever, I'd be like, eh, you know, assuming I had a computer that could run it well. I'd probably be kind of meh on it. So key request sites, basically it's like when a magazine or whatever gets a review copy of a game. Basically, you're doing that, and the idea is that you're getting a key for a game or a copy of the game in exchange for doing some kind of content on it. I'm not stealing these games. Yeah, God, I can't believe Dr. Disrespect fucking getting mad about not getting a copy of Starfield. Like, motherfucker, you make more money than anybody. Tried signing up to Keymail to see if you could send out keys. Oh, I guess on the developer side, I don't know how that works. I've never been on that side of the fence here. Like, if you were at the point where, you know, you have that much of an audience and you have that much money coming in from your, unfortunately, popular streams, then what the fuck are you complaining about? But yeah, it's really nice because it means I get to save some money on, like, trying new stuff, and it also lets me try new stuff. I only request games that I'm usually interested in, though. Like, I'm never gonna request a game just to shit on it or whatever. Like, I have had games that I was not super impressed with before, but I'll never, like, just be like, oh yeah, I want this game, then shit on it or whatever. Like, I try to make it stuff that I'm interested in, so as not to, basically shit all over a poor dev who tried something that I wasn't into or whatever. Because, like, Disgaea 7, I was already going to be playing that, I'm sure. I wanted to play Disgaea 6, but it wasn't great from what I heard, so I just, like, I'll wait on that. I'll wait for 7. And also I got to try Labyrinth of Galeria, which was pretty cool. I still gotta finish that game. That game is too long. I stopped streaming it because I thought I was almost near the end, and it turns out I was only in, like, the first third of the game, roughly. I didn't really want to be on the hook to stream a dungeon crawler for, like, 100+ hours. It's a cool game, but I don't think I can stream it. I don't think I can make it that entertaining. Like, I can't be that entertaining over the game, I should say. Refrain was... Yeah, Galeria is similarly very, very long. So just be aware of what you're getting into. Still gotta get a slider giant bat, because I still need that to get the one book. I think that was in the study. Or the servants' quarters, sorry, not the study. Oh no, dance hall, that's where it was. Because, like, if you like Refrain, you'll definitely like Galeria. It is just a long game. Very long game. Story was good. Yeah, that's understandable. That's what YouTube playthroughs are for. What was up here? Wasn't even anything up here. Wasn't even anything up there. I wasted my time as a joke. Disgaea 5 complete, though. That's very good as well. You'll definitely enjoy that. Disgaea 7, I'm still in, like, Chapter 4, so I still got plenty more to go. Like, I just recently unlocked the item world. Thankfully, they changed the item world in 7, rather than each item being 100 floors minimum. They made it so that each item is 30 floors, and rather than just, you know, kind of rushing the exit every single time, you have item reincarnation instead. All cutscenes video for Refrain is 10 hours long, Jesus. It's a lot of blobbing. Many blobs. Too many games to play. Too many games to play, not enough time to play them. I say as I polish off like 70+ hours in Void Stranger. Not enough time to play them, says man who played Sokoban game entirely too much. I got so badly destroyed by one of the trailers for Void Stranger, because they have like the special like 8-digit font that they use in the game. Like that's in some of the trailers as well. And one of them was like the announcement trailer for the release day. It's like, oh shit, there's a lot of this kind of text in here. I'm going to translate that and see what it says. And then it just turns out it's just saying the thing that it says in English but in Finnish. So like, Finland jump scare. There was no important plot revelations, there was no important hidden messages, it was literally just, this game's going on sale on itch.io, and it was just in Finnish. I'm talking about System Erasure. They put out a promo video for the release date, I think, for Void Stranger, and they were talking about how it was going to be out on itch.io as well. And I thought there was going to be some, you know, secret message because they were using the special block text that they use in the trailer in the game.
Man, are you ready for this?
They were using the special block text, but it was just it was just the same stuff they were saying in the trailer, but in Finnish. Also, Digi, thank you for the raid and thank you for the resub. Digi was also playing some Castlevanias. Which one were you playing? Were you playing the NES ones? Oh, I can't even hit this as a dead zone. This sucks. Welcome everybody coming in from the raids.
Castlevanias.
I'm also playing some Vanias, although I'm playing Aria of Sorrow, which I think is the best Metroidvania. By far, like in the entire series, even better than Soten. I will not defend this position, it is what I think is the best. And yeah, this is Aria of Sorrow, this is a randomizer for it, it's my favorite randomizer. We got the positron rifle, so we're good for weapons, but Rando of Blood, yeah, I gotta finish that. I played a little bit of it years and years ago, I never finished it all the way though. I still need to backdash, man. I can't use this gun properly. Can't unlock the full potential. Oh, wow, I don't really have any good bullet souls. Yeah, thanks for the raid. We're doing some Aria randomizer. If you're coming in for the first time, hey, slam that follow button. Engage with the social media. Join the Discord. Currently I mostly use, what's it called? Co-host. I mostly use Twitter to announce streams these days, like Twitter's just such a trash fire now. And then my Discord, which I just kind of hang around in. On top of my, you know, list of 40 other Discords that I can't keep up with. Soten is a good game up until the second half. That's the thing. The problem is, like, Soten, the second half of the game is basically you're just doing the first half again, but it's upside down. But you have to go through the entire castle again. And it's like, I just don't really want to do that. Are you Black Panther? You are. Oh, that's Pog. That's so poggers. So Black Panther, this is why I want it so badly, in case you're coming into the raid, you don't know why Aria of Sorrow, Black Panther is the best soul in the game. Because it lets you do this. It lets you schmoove. I can't slide, though. I really like what Bloodstained did, where they just had the invert spell, so, like, you could just invert the castle whenever you wanted to, but at the same time, it wasn't like you had to go through an entire inverted castle. Like, I do think Soten is a great game. To be clear, it's a fantastic game. I just don't like it as much as this one. I can't go swimming. This is the randomizer that I played the most of. I have probably played at least 100 plus seeds of this, if not more. Thank you for the follow, by the way. This game is a lot more bite-sized than Soten in a good way. Like, it still has a ton of content, it's just... it doesn't pad it out by doing the inverted castle and, like, here's, you know, all this stuff that you don't really need to interact with anymore because you've got the movement abilities. First half is amazing aesthetically, but getting through it is kind of clunky. I think the only part that I had a really rough time with was the, like, the first time I played it, the rough time for me was realizing that the open jewel was, you had to buy that from the librarian. Like, I wasn't buying everything because I thought it was just another stat item, but no, it was in fact a key to unlock a door. Do I just go to top floor? I think I go to top floor because I don't have Sculla. We don't have Slide, so I can't do that. I am going to need Slide to get the other book, though. Super Metroid, it's absolutely a fantastic game. I think the only issue with Super Metroid is that control-wise, it's not as nice. And really the only problem with the controls is if you're planning on doing wall jumping. Oh right, did I ever... Yeah, I never went to the top room there, I want to check that. Gotta grab that item, because it's been killing me this whole time. But yeah, Super Metroid is a fantastic game. It's just the, like, the space jump I feel is probably the worst part about it. Space jump and sometimes wall jumping is awkward. There's no respin. That's such a nice change that they did for the GBA games. Yeah, I think we just go to top floor. Weird. Yeah, if you have any questions about this randomizer, feel free to ask. I generally do one of these streams a month, just kind of pop open Aria randomizer, run a few seeds. Got any questions about this if you want to get into running this? Or if you're just not familiar with the concept of a randomizer, I should explain that too, I guess. A randomizer is an item that randomizes a game. The more detailed explanation of that is that randomizing a game allows you to shuffle around items and entrances, sometimes entrances, items, entrances, enemies, the things they drop, and generally they're done in such a way that the game is still completable with whatever the layout it gives you is. You just have to think about how you get there, like it changes the method in which you go around. But it's a really cool concept, it's one of my favorite things. Tons of life to breathe into these old games by just randomizing them. Might sound a little dismissive, but it is actually true. Yeah, we respect Stolas in this house. We do not respect Lubricant. Ooh, Elfin Robe. It's a little weaker than Silver Plate, but it gives me mucho intelligence. Problem is right now I'm like so under level for this area. This is supposed to be the last area in the game that you go to, not counting Chaos Dimension. Oh yeah, I've got backdash now. So this randomizer has a flag that you can turn on to fix intelligence, but by default it uses the vanilla game stat formulas, so like luck is useless, intelligence is nearly useless. Rahab sword. There's Kicker. Oh, Aranis, please. Where is the Slide skeleton? Weirdly enough, Slide is going to be the linchpin here. Grapes is not Slide. I need to slide. I need to slide or go underwater. Because otherwise I've got a bit of a problem. Might have to go in the ceiling of the chapel again. Save to save some time. Pop this open while I'm here. Yeah, I think I have to go... I think I have to check out Top Chapel. Because Hammer never sells, like, souls. He only sells the books, sometimes. Yeah, maybe I do want to use Triton, actually. I'm kind of weak right now. This is also a multi-hit weapon, so it really benefits from strength ups. Barely I'm one-shotting all the ghost dancers now. Not what I was hoping to find there. Where else can I go? Where else? These are some weird seeds. I could go on the back way to the clock tower and maybe... Oh no, but all the bonus goodies are hidden behind Sculla. And I don't have Sculla. Like, I need to be able to slide. Oh, no, wait, I do have slide. Hold on. When did I get slide? When the hell did that happen? Well, we still have to go down here. Because there's one of the books that I need over here. When the hell did slide show up? Oh, maybe I'm thinking of the last seed that I ran where I didn't have slide for the longest time. That might be it. Like Aria less than Harmony of Dissonance? Weird. I'm not gonna say their opinion's wrong, but I don't agree with it. And this was... Alright, I gotta grab that. Like, Dissonance, it's not a bad game. I think it's just the worst of the Metroidvanias. Really? And actually, I do still need Skulla because I need that for the Chaos Dimension. We only have the two books here. Pillar near the Electric Doll and Spike Pit and Clock Tower. Oh, weird. I didn't pay the streamer tax. Oh, now I'm going the wrong way. Where am I going? I thought it was one row up. Look, in my defense, it's been a cursed day. It's been a very cursed morning / afternoon for me. I'm just glad my computer wasn't actually out of commission. I got so worried when it started powering on and off. Rather than just booting up, I was like, oh my god, is this how it dies? Is this how I finally kill my computer installing RAM? Good news, it wasn't. Actually, did I check the... I think I got the ceiling in Servants' Quarters. Or maybe I didn't. Hold on. I don't think I actually got the ceiling in Servants' Quarters. I thought I could have. Wasn't there also something in the basement area that I wanted to grab? I feel like there was. Fleeman. Fleeman! I'm gonna check because the map doesn't seem like it's complete there, so I think I might have actually missed it. God, the worst part is, like, the beam comes out sometimes. I hit one of the Quetzals, but not the one that was actually gonna hit me. Yeah, I want to check the basement real quick, because I think I missed something in the slide zone. That's just me, I can skip that. That's safe to skip. Was the other book here? Oh, it was. So we might be in go mode, depending on what's behind Graham. Also, we gotta see what souls we need here, too, so let me just grab this item since I'm already here. Oh no, I did check that. Okay. Alright, let's go teleport. Teleport, Mario! I want to thank Electrical Beast for permanently inserting him saying teleport into my vocabulary whenever I see the word teleport. Okay, I'm going to teleport here just because I want to make sure I have the souls that I need before I go fight Graham. So this is Witch in Training, Student Witch. I think this is Kainazo, the Picky Fiend. Yeah, that's Kainazo, and then large insect that spits venom. Is that Poison Worm? Yeah, that's Poison Worm. So Poison Worm, Kainazo, and Student Witch is what we need. Bowser's Time Machine. Very good, Mario. The time gods are pleased with you. You can rewind time, but only once. Okay, Student Witch, Kainazo, and Poison Worm, yeah. I think I might have to go to, I think we might have to go risk seeing what's behind Graham here. Thankfully, Positron Rifle is, like, borderline broken for fighting Julius. He's already bad with guns, but the silver gun's kind of weak. Positron Rifle, very strong. I'm just gonna save before I fight him, just in case. I don't know why, like, I'm dropping frames, like, it's not consistent enough to be a problem, but it is happening, which is kind of worrying me. I'm gonna have to reboot my router. What do I want to use to fight this? Alright, I have Joyeuse as well, I could go sell that. Oh, probably Balmung would be easier. Positron's kind of rough for Graham because he has a very narrow hitbox on him head. Actually, do I have a... I think I do have... Yeah, we have Devil. Here's my Transform Soul. Because the nice thing is this hits everything. It's never gonna miss. Oh, I got one more meatball. Graham's defense is really high, so it's really hard to. Actually, I'm not gonna chance it. So we need Student Witch, Kanazo, and then Poison Worm. God, he can't even reach. When he can reach, he only does 1 damage. This is why intelligence is borderline useless in vanilla. Because it would boost the damage on that soul, but not very much. I really not have any better... I guess Skullmillione is decent. I don't know if I can actually hit... Okay, no, that does hit. Oh, come on. The other nice thing is this gives me the option to just slide out, just hit the bricks, if the hands are still active. Alright, cool. Alright, homie, I need a Skulla. You want to give me a Skulla? We're cool. Otherwise, we got a problem. I might have to risk going to Chaos Dimension and hope that the first item is Skulla. Okay, we're good, we're good. Much faster seed this time. The question is, do I want to chance this without healing? They don't really have a lot of healing items, do I? I might end up to pancake. Actually, we'll be fine. We got enough healing, I think. I'll be a little bit under leveled, but it's not a ton. Alright, Positron. So I'm definitely not fighting Julius. I mean, Balmung's good for Julius as well. It's really good damage. Just Positron Rifle is a special kind of broken. Normally you only get this weapon if you're playing on hard mode. It's a reward item, so you have to beat the game first to even use it. The randomizer just lets you find it and use it. It's great. Yeah, Elfin Robe I think will be okay. I'm not going to bother going back to sell the Joyeuse and all that stuff. It'd be a nice bonus to buy, like, the Demon Mail, but I don't think it's really necessary. I'm going to say that and get clowned on my Chaos, I bet. Chaos. God, Stranger of Paradise was such a good game. It is wild that everybody was like, haha, this game's gonna suck, it's gonna be the meme game, look, he's so stupid, and then, no, this game actually whips. Stranger of Paradise is actually sick. Yeah, this gun is not meant to be used in the normal game. Although they do give you a weapon in the base game that's borderline as broken as this, if not more broken, the Cleave Salish. That one you just gotta solve a puzzle to find it, and it's easily like the best weapon in the game outside of fighting Julius. I should probably use a little bit of Transformation Souls just to get some damage in. Yeah, Stranger of Paradise is a fantastic game. I just wish the PC port was a little more optimized. And this isn't just me with my old computer, this is literally like everybody who I've talked to is there are many documented issues with the PC port. Shoutouts to the Chancellor with the fur coat that is more polys than, like... God, how many was it? This is the needlessly detailed fur coat. Or the Lich model having, like, a ridiculous amount of polygons as well. Actually, that'll kill me if I get Oolate again. The only problem with Stranger Paradise is that the post-game stuff is cool, it's just a little too reliant on numbers crunching. Like, you basically had to be using all the set bonuses and stuff, and like, there was... I didn't mind the challenge, the problem is the difficulty stuff was mostly just existing enemies become stronger, without really changing the way they work too much, if at all. And it gave you some cool new mechanics to play around with, but it was still very much like the numbers gotta get bigger. God, he can't even reach me with a boomerang. Sorry, the cross. Oh, do you not like getting zapped? Do you not like that Dracula has a little positron rifle now? Aww. Can you not deal with enemies that attack at range? Aww. But you're a zoner. You're a zoner, Julius. You should be good at dealing with projectiles. Aww. I don't even know what this is. I don't know why I'm taking it. Giant bat, finally. I think we've got a really nice kit for Chaos. Phase 1 is going to be Positron Rifle Bait. Phase 2 is just going to be break a couple of the eyes, then use Devil. Easy peasy. Down the hatch. Positron Rifle is also Fire Elemental, which is like the second best elemental type in the game behind Holy. Just like Lufia. As far as I can tell, most of the weaknesses in Lufia are like light and fire. So here's the reason we need Skulla. That's it. That one room is the reason you need Skulla. Because it's possible to get all the books without Skulla. Which I have learned in the past. It's possible to get all the way into the Chaos Dimension without that. But then if you don't have Skulla, you never get to go past that room and you can never fight the boss. That's just Burk Gang. Burk Gang! Not worth my time. We're hoping for healing items at this point. I don't know, we'll just end up taking all the hits on the Succubi there. Like, even this room, it's full of water, but you can just float up without Skulla. You don't actually need it there. Alright. Let's fight Chaos. I didn't even multi-hit. So the first phase of Chaos doesn't have any defense, which means that any multi-hit weapon will be great. Oh, just barely dodged that. The hitbox on the big guy is kind of weird. It's actually a lot smaller than it would appear. Oh right, I don't have... I tried to ass sleep or backdash that, that's not how it works. Yeah, they take your souls for this fight, but like... I got a gun. You also get them back when you break each, like, statue. It's kind of a neat mechanic. It never really gets used elsewhere in the game. Alright, let's get my Devil Soul equipped. The nice thing is your MP does regenerate between that cutscene, like while cutscenes are going off. Yeah, like 32 damage. Not a lot. The problem with the chaos fight is that it's random, you know, chaos. This worm just kind of does whatever it feels like, and generally ruins your day when you don't need it to. Those orbs hurt a lot too. I'm down to 200 HP already. The one downside of the positron rifle is that it's a little awkward to hit things that are above you. Or small targets like ball. Oh, just barely hit me. Do I have any mind-ups? I do. Use all your healing items here, you're not going to need them elsewhere. Really, most of the healing items in the game I just kind of end up saving for this fight. I actually want to use Balmung here. Just regen some MP while I do this. If I had Arc Demon, I could actually get a lot of MP back for the Devil Strat. Hey man, could you not? You can poke the little orbs away, you can't destroy them though, they just disappear after a bit. And those orbs are really dangerous because they ignore iframes to damage you. So like if you think, oh I just bounced off a wall, I'm safe. No you're not. You are not safe, actually. There we go. 110. Still not a super fast seed, but definitely better than the last one, where I didn't get Black Panther until a full hour in. Also, my routing was a little better, although I think I still messed up. The slide soul, I totally didn't realize I had that until it was too late. Yeah, that's Aria Randomizer. Generally, once you learn how to do the seeds, each seed will probably be about 1 to 1.5 hours, so it's not a particularly long game to run. It's one of the other reasons I really like it. Is because it's not like, you know, the Super Metroid Link to the Past crossover rando is really cool, but I would say probably about 3 hours minimum if you were really good at that. This one, I think my first seed, when I first started trying to run it, I think it was like about 3 hours. And then I just kind of improved my time from there as I played more of it. So, it's a much smaller game, I like it. Someday I'll do a crossover rando seed, the Link to the Past and Super Metroid, in a single session and not have to take a break halfway through. But yeah, that'll do it for me, gamers. Just want to do a couple seats today because my mind was a little frazzled after doing all the computer stuff earlier. It was a little rough. Yeah, I hope you have a nice rest of your Thursday. That'll be it for me. I'm going to raid y'all over to Minimat. He's doing some content watch. Go follow him, and if you're not already following me, hey, before you go, hey, touch the follow button. It's free. I stream, like I said, I stream Aria Rando once a month, and then I just stream a bunch of other stuff. Like, I just don't really have one specific genre I stick to. Like, right now I'm kind of playing through Lufia 2, that's kind of my, like, long project. And then everything else is just kind of, like, whatever I feel like, so chances are there's something you'll like on this channel. And join the Discord, follow me on Twitter, co-host, all that stuff. I'll let you see when I go live. I hang out in my Discord a lot. And yeah, hope you have a nice Thursday. I will see you on Tuesday, not Monday, because I'm going to be doing Thanksgiving weekend stuff, so Monday is definitely not going to happen. I'm going to be recovering and probably eating more food. So I will see you all on Tuesday. Have a nice weekend, nice Thanksgiving if you're Canadian. If not, have a nice weekend. Take it easy.